Welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. Who is this? Text message from. Welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. Okay,
I'm checking something. Here we go, this is the one.
I'm not. Is this like some special
winter theme?
Oh.
Okay, so it's only that one. Alright.
This is a good one.
It's nice.
Ooh, and I can temporary footprints in the snow. Woo! Wait, okay. Checking what?
Garden's covered in snow.
Oh, okay. So, I'm not one to hang on to all my failed relationships. Like, granted, like, since we are recording this on the day before Valentine's Day, I'm just going, I'm single, this sucks. And I think, like, the worst I had it was, like, 10 years ago. I thought I was over this one person, and, like, I haven't thought about her in, like, years, but I was at my job, saw her and her boyfriend, and I was just, like, talking. We exchanged, like, pleasant hello, like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, when she left, like, a minute later, like, I completely lost it. And, like, and I called my boss over, I'm like, can I go to the back to sit down? Like, I don't know what's going on, but, like, I'm just, like, having a small breakdown here. And she, like, she was about my age, and she, like, gave me, like, a little hug and said, like if you really need it, you can go. But I don't know what happened that one day.
Sometimes emotions are weird.
Yeah, because, like, didn't even think about her, and, like, I've had, like, relationships between that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, with, like, some that lasted longer than others, some that, like, failed immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just, like, at this point in time, I'm just going, especially since it's Valentine's Day coming up, I'm just going, like, what if I would have, like, fought a little bit harder to get her attention, or what if I would have...
I assume you mean before her being there with her boyfriend.
No, I'm, like, other people in general.
Oh,
because,
okay, gotcha.
No, because when I confessed to her, I think I shared the story before, but she answered, well, Brandon, Brandon,
it's this one. Got it.
yeah, and walked away mid-sentence. And, like, ever since like the final 2-3 months of high school, she was distant to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was her. But like other girls, I was just thinking, like, or girls and women, I'm just like, well, what if I would have fought a little bit harder to gain her attention, or what if I would have kissed her in the moment, or what if another one didn't think of me as a friend, since I was literally her brother's best friend for, like, 10 years. Like, what if those situations didn't happen? Would I have had decent relationships? Because, like, honestly, I've never had a relationship I could call decent. That's like a long-standing, decent relationship. And what really got me thinking about this was I should run around Juness and not just sit on the menu. Hey gang.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, but there was a song about unrequited love that was popular. When did that song come out? Because I want to lead into the story, but I don't exactly know.
I mean, there's a lot of those types of songs, so you'd have to be a lot more specific.
1998. Okay. Have You Ever by Brandy?
Have I what?
Have You Ever by Brandy. The song is
Okay.
Have You Ever? And this, like, and I remember at my one job that was like right after high school, so this song was still in the playlist, and it was on like and it was like really late at night because back then I had a job like at a restaurant that would like it was a restaurant on a golf course, so it would close at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
like sometime around that. But and
Who
I
the
just
fuck is
remember
playing golf at 1 or 2 a.m.?
Here.
it was the clubhouse, so people would be eating there.
It still seems really late for like a golf resort.
Yeah, but I just remember like I was cleaning the floor and that song came on like some radio call-in show or something like that. And since the memory of that girl was who like rejected me was like so fresh in my mind at that point since and I was like just trying so hard like as I was like mopping the floor and looking back on this moment as an adult like and I'm just wondering if shit I forget what if I gave her a code like secret name to like keep her identity not out there because I do know I slipped up and said one of my friends' names who, according to my mom, had the biggest crush on me in 4th grade. I, I know I accidentally slipped up and said her actual name on a thing in the past, so, yeah, but
I assume
it
you
was like,
bleeped that when you put it out.
I may or may not have.
Oh boy.
I honestly forget now, but, let the girl in the Zim shirt. I brought her up on occasion who may have had a crush on me, but I was too obsessed with let's just call her the Asian girl because she was Filipino. So
Okay.
yeah. So I'm just wondering if in hindsight when because that unrequited love song was still in rotation, and I'm not too sure how long she had feelings for me, but I just wonder if she ever just like cried, going like, "Brandon, why don't you notice me?" But I just like, and I heard that song about a month ago at work, like maybe 2 months ago, and it's been in our normal rotation, which is weird because that song is like more than 25 years old now, and it just seems like, why is this now in our rotation? But granted, it seems like every year or two, the playlist had giant changes. Like, I remember when like a good 6-7 years ago, Mbop was in the rotation
Oh
for
god, what the fuck? Umbop?
whatever. Yes, by Hanson. Do you remember that?
Why?
I don't know. And I remember, like, a good chunk of time ago, Counting Crows was heavily in the rotation. So I would hear along December, Mr. Jones, I think, hanging around, and there was like another one.
If you're gonna be playing those, at least play Raspberry Beret while you're at it.
I remember, like, there was and this was like, I forget how long ago this was, but like there was like this, I don't want to call it a hippie song, but Palisades Park, talking about, like, let's have fun at Palisades Park. She took my heart up like a rocket ship, down like a roller coaster.
That one I don't know.
It was like fast like a loop-de-loop and round like a merry-go-round. And I'm just like, in modern day context, roller coaster could replace every one of those rides.
Kinda, yeah.
But getting back to it, I wonder if Zim Girl ever just like cried herself to sleep, or like at night going like, Brandon, like, why don't you know? Maybe if she would have called me Baka, maybe I would have noticed her.
Maybe it would have clicked.
Because I'm like, ooh, she's Sudiri.
If only she would have said, it's not like I like you or anything, dummy.
Yeah, because she was like, I want to say borderline goth and punk-ish, because I know there was like this rock. No, it was like for Macbeth. Why am I now just?
What?
Wait, I think we were reading Macbeth in 12th grade English class, and we had to perform a song or poem that, like, could be interpreted as a character in the song. I have to guess this, but as I'm telling this story, like, little bits of memory are, like, flowing into my brain now, and I remember the song she chose I kind of liked because it was on one of the Now That's What I Call Music CDs that
God damn it, those fucking things, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because my aunt didn't know what to get me, so like every year I would get one of those from her, and I think maybe for my birthday too, so I had like
way too many.
Yeah, like half a dozen would be way too many, and like I would just listen to them, and I remember the song she performed I enjoyed. So we shared the same music interests, and just looking back, why did I go back to Junas?
I have no idea why you're going back to Junas. Don't ask me.
Yeah, but just looking back, and obviously she had a crush on me, and if it wasn't for the Asian girl who I was kind of strongly attracted to, but too nervous, maybe I would have noticed more my feelings for Zim Girl, because whenever she wore that Invader Zim shirt with Gur on, she would look so adorable. But I'm just like, oh, she's cute. But looking back now, I may have had feelings for her too. And I part of me wants to apologize to her for, like, potentially making her cry, and, like,
I feel like that would be unwarranted. Like, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think that would be a good idea. Mostly because, one, you don't know for sure if that ever actually happened. Most of this is all in your head, for all you know.
Well, just, like, taking the way her actions around me, and, like, the things I would say to her, like, when I asked her to prom, after Asian Girl said, like, no, she got really excited, but said, I'm so sorry. Like, somebody else asked me, but if you would have asked earlier, I would have definitely gone with you. So, like, but I kind of, because it's been 20 years since we graduated.
Yeah, it's also been that long, so that's the other side of it.
So, if you ever come across this video, Zim Girl, and you know who you are, I'm sorry, I was an idiot back then, and...
Like all guys, you're not alone there.
I'm sure we would have had, like, a good stretch of time together, but...
Nah, she would have gotten sick of you in 2 seconds, it would have been over.
Dude, I'm trying to, like, give an apology to somebody that may not even find this video, but if you do... if you do ever come across this video one day, just honestly, I am really sorry for not seeing what you really thought about me.
I mean, if we're getting all touchy-feely here, I've got my own share for that kind of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Not as direct, I'll say.
Oh, and wait, let me just interject one more thing, and because, like, I remember I was about to leave on a debate tournament, and...
Oh my god, I just realized.
What?
Yumi's in Artoria's outfit.
Oh yeah! Just realized that too.
The only thing she's missing is, like, the brown calf-high boots.
Yeah, but on, like, the 2 or 3 times she saw me in my debate uniform, like, she really gave me, like, a really strong compliment, like, man, Brandon, like, you look nice in that, or, like, looking good, Brandon, or, like, I forget her words since it was more than 20 years ago, but
dog, you be shitting in that outfit, dog.
At the time, I just took it to be a compliment, but now, looking back on it, she was probably hitting on me.
You got that riz, man.
Oh god, please don't speak, teenager.
Hello, fellow kids.
So, your story now.
So, interesting little tidbit. There was a girl at one point. Let's call her A for now. I'll just go with, like, the first name initials.
Okay.
She seemed... This was, what, like, maybe 8th grade, I want to say? Yeah, we were on the bus together, and she was interested in me. I would doodle and shit on the bus. Those turned out great, because it was on the bus.
What year was this?
8th grade.
Mm.
Which... what would that be? That would be in like early 2000s at that point? Mid 2000s? Maybe like 04 or 05? I'm gonna get. When did I graduate? I graduated.
Happy New Year.
Maybe 06. 05 or 06. We were, we had the bus together, and she would sit next to me all the time. And this would be unprompted, right? And I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna do my thing. And then one day,
let me just interject here for one moment. But one of my sisters, I don't want to call her a my level of asshole enemy. Let's just call him, but. There was one girl who my sister was like, oh, she's so mean to me. She's mean to everybody. And I guess she was one of the popular girls and whatnot. But one time, I was sitting on the bus. She's like, hi Brandon, is it okay if I sit here? And I'm just like, oh, sure, go ahead. But just the level of story my sister would tell about her, and it's like, I kind of expected her just to sit down unprompted, but she just asked hey, is it okay if I sit here? And I'm just like, I don't care, but that kind of threw me off a little bit because I'm like, are you sure she's that much of a bitch, or are you just interpreting things weird?
So it could be both. Generally the attitude between women, between each other, and then women versus guys, the dynamic is just outright different on the whole.
And then again, I was 3 years older than her.
There's also that.
Okay, back to your girl story.
So yeah, she would sit next to me unprompted. At one point, she asked me for one of my drawings. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. I was confused by it, not really getting what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it kind of turned into this weird, are we a thing, are we not a thing kind of situation.
I think you may have shared this story before because giving her a picture sounds familiar. I forget how it ends.
Well, this is like a combination, I guess you could say.
Oh.
To a certain degree. I don't know if I've said the other portion of this before.
Okay.
So this led into God damn it. This led into high school where we were more separated. We still did we even see each other on the bus at that? I don't think we did at that point. I think the bus lineup got changed around. So we weren't really seeing each other other than occasionally in hallways. And that eventually led to her at one point just, giving me a hug and telling me goodbye. And then me not really getting it until a few days later as to what actually went on there is that she was moving on from me and I didn't even realize it. And once I did, it hit pretty hard. And because we only ever saw each other in the hallways at that point, I was never able to find her again.
Oh.
That then led into, the depression of, well, what the fuck, man?
Uh-huh.
And then, I want to say that was, the end of... Either the beginning of sophomore year or the end of freshman year of high school is when that occurred. And then... in sophomore year, I'm still kind of dealing with this fallout of emotions that I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another girl that is actively trying to hit on me, and it was hard to miss.
Oh.
This is a girl who, let's call Kay, and would hit on me fairly relentlessly by saying, I'm gonna call you Spike, because of my hair. And,
okay.
You can call me saucy and shit like that, right?
Okay, I did not remember this part.
Yeah, hyper obvious. Unfortunately, I was not in an emotional state for this type of thing.
Okay.
So I kind of just ignored it, which, one, was probably not the best idea, but two, at the same time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. ended up going nowhere, but it was a few months before that finally hit. Ooh.
That's expensive.
That is a massive bump, but that is nearly all of your cash.
Yeah, and I think Yosuke had it?
I didn't catch. I was too busy reminiscing, so I don't know what all you opened up.
Not as big as it jumped.
It's a 40, but you're also losing a lot of accuracy.
Yeah, so I might do some dungeoning and come back.
So yeah, much on the same note as you. Hey, Kay, if you ever watch this, which I doubt you will, I'm pretty sure you're in a decent enough relationship as it is. Yeah, sorry. Maybe we could have been something, maybe we couldn't have. I don't fucking know. But the timing was just not good.
I just realized something. Now that it's snowing, it probably won't rain again. Which means no rainy day beef bowl. Which means Which means I won't know what happens when I eat it.
You'll never know now. Never.
Wait, 20% discount? Because it's snowing?
Oh, well, maybe you will find out.
I have Bomb of Life. Marker Leaf.
Don't forget, since you passed the deadline now, you could probably do the dungeon whenever you want now and hit whatever's hiding in Nadachi's dungeon.
Yeah. Wait, no, I have it right here. Oh.
I don't remember if I ever went back to Adachi's to figure out what the new boss was.
Oh.
I think I got wrapped up trying to max out social links, maybe.
Happy New Year!
I forgot about this song. This is also probably one of my top 3 then. Also, based on these lyrics, you'd think this was the ending of the game.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Oh yeah, you live around here. What are you doing here?
Here's the real question, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe she'd know that you lived around here if you actually spent time with her.
Was that supposed to be a bird?
There's a lot of burns that could go in there. You also turned her fucking social link upside down.
Accidentally! Somehow! Fox! Oh. Wait. You better fuck a Happy New Year. Yep. The fox seems happy.
Lots of offerings. Super happy.
Yay! Wait, what?
No more bugs, probably.
Oh. Guns. Wait, what? So this song was recorded for Golden.
I don't know. It might have been in the original. This might have been where your end of year happens. Or like it skips ahead. Like after this moment.
Happy New Year.
Senpai, Happy New Year! With the fog cleared, I'm feeling pretty good about next year.
So we're suddenly doing character voices.
I guess we were talking about other shit before. But this kind of snow's no problem for me. So we should go somewhere again.
I mean, even after we stopped, we didn't do it, so...
We didn't get character portraits, though. Oh, we got... did we get Ko, or were we still talking about that at that point?
I think we weren't real. I'm not sure.
I'll follow you wherever you want, Senpai. So yeah, like this is the whole greet everyone and say goodbye to everyone, which is why this feels like this might have been the end of the original.
Ah. So wait, isn't that more of a last day thing?
That's why this is what I think used to be the ending of the original.
Oh. So it didn't take place on the last, or did it jump until the last day and that's where the dungeon happened?
I think it jumped until... Well, there was no other dungeon. I think what comes after this is all golden.
No, I did see that after Adachi's dungeon, there was one dungeon in the original game, and and they did Mari's dungeon as bonus. I didn't see whose it was or what, but I did check as we were playing Adachi's dungeon. Wait, so...
No, that one's exclusive to Persona 4. What's this one, then?
Wait, exclusive to Persona 4?
Golden. Sorry.
Oh, okay.